Hi guys, welcome back to Chris's Tech Tips. Thanks for tuning in. All right, this is the next step on that YZ250F. We finally got the valves in, so let's go ahead and install these valves, and I'll show you how to do that. So let's get to it.
All right, welcome back guys. Today we are going to be using these Pro X stainless steel replacement valves. Now these are an excellent choice when replacing valves, a lot cheaper than OEM. I prefer the Kibble white valve. I think they have a little bit better durability. Performance is about the same, and also they are more expensive. And these valves fit our budget and they will work great. Right here you can see I took it over to the solvent tank. I just want to clean those seats and everything up. Get all the gasket material and any carbon buildup off the head. Right here you can see I'm laying the valves out in order. On these older Yamahas, they're a 5-valve head. Now I'm going to grab some valve lapping compound and apply it to this valve. I'm going to grab my valve lapping tool. Go ahead and start lapping these. Here is the Permatex valve lapping compound that I use.
You can hear that really gritty sandpaper sound. And it goes quiet. I just pulled the valve out, rotate it a little bit. Make sure you leave them lined up so that you go put them back in the same spot.
Now the purpose of lapping these valves is we're actually mating the new valve surface to the head surface. That way everything will get a nice tight seal.
Now I'm going to go ahead and clean all this up, and then we're going to do the fine course. Do that again one more time. We'll be good. Now we can go ahead and install the valve seals, spring caps, and retainers.
And right here you can see that I'm installing the new valve seals. And on these valve seals, they're a little tricky. They're hard to press down because the clearance on the 250F is really small, so I can't really get my finger down there to push them on. So I'm actually just using a socket extension and pressing those on that way. Now right here you can see I've laid out the old valves and valve springs in order. That way I can reuse the shim buckets and all the spring retainers and retainer clips. Now right here you can see I'm using my multi-valve install tool. Now this is made by Motion Pro. This is a great tool and it saves tons of time. Now the shaft on the bottom is magnetic, so it holds the clips in place. While you depress the spring, those spring retainer clips actually slide in place. Now with that spring compression tool, it works great, but the trick is to get that head balanced just right. And you can see I didn't quite get it, so I'm gonna go ahead and pop that one back out. Now I've got the head centered just right and compressed it right in. It fell into place. Now I'm going to go ahead and take a punch and hit the top of that valve and make sure they set into place. Now on 2 exhaust valves, I'm going to go ahead and use a soft rag, fold it up and put it on my bench. That'll give me enough wiggle room to get those retainer clips in. And once again, I'm going to go ahead and set it up and take a punch and hit the top of the valve and make sure those retaining clips are set. Now what I like to do is take the 2 spring keepers, set them on top of the retainer, set them on top of the spring, and that's when I use my tool.
Now that we've got all the valves in, we can put the shims in, go from there.
Now usually what I like to do is take the old shims, put them in the same position, unless of course the valves have tulipped and the shims are really thin, then I will take a good solid base number and start from there.
Okay, after a couple trials of re-shimming the head, we've actually got our clearances set where we want them. Actually, it took me a couple tries, and then you want to use the valve shim formula. A equals B minus C plus D. A is your new shim thickness, B is your recorded valve clearance, C is your specified valve clearance, and D is your old shim thickness. Anyway, we wanted a 10 on the intake, to 15, 17 to 22 on the exhaust, good there. All right, now we've got our head with our new valves, new valve seats, or valve seals, and everything's shimmed just right, so we can go ahead and assemble the motor.